Продовжуємо роботу в українському.
We continue our work at the Ukrainian Media Center, Ukrainian Crisis Media Center. Let me give the floor to a spokesman of the Defense Ministry of Ukraine. Let me start with a pleasant news. During the last 24 hours, there were no one to suffer any damage in the area of hostilities. But the militias, the members of the militias, pro-Russian militias, continued their practice of firing at the Ukrainian positions, and in particular there were the cases of the use of the arms prohibited by the Minsk agreements were registered. 3 times the mortars were used against the Ukrainian troops in the area of Svetlodarsk Arc. Here, during 5 hours period of time, there were 3 times, the mortars were 3 times used against the positions at Lugansk. In general, 16 mortar mines were fired at Ukrainian positions of 120 millimeter calibers and 4 mines of 82 millimeter caliber. In Donetsk area, Ukrainian servicemen twice used their firearms to shoot back, to fire back at the militiamen. In Donetsk area, there were more cases of the use of mortars, in particular the 7 shells or 7 mortar mines of the caliber 120 millimeters were used. In total, there were 4 firings against the Ukrainian positions in the last 24 hours, and the total number of mortar mines and shells fired at Ukrainian positions amounted to 27. Mortar mines and shells. Ukrainian servicemen, as I have said, twice opened fire against the militiamen positions, without using, though, the armaments prohibited by the Minsk agreements. According to the main Department of Intelligence of Ukrainian Defense Ministry, the militias strengthened their preventive measures against the what they call the counterterrorism preventive measures. In the course of these measures, there were a number of civil liberties and rights of the citizens violated in terms of their rights and liberties of free movement across the area of hostilities and nearby areas. According to the information of the press center of the ATO, the CTO, counter-terrorist operation headquarters, in the area of this operation, Ukrainian military from one of the Special Air Assault Brigade have been improving their skills in terms of tactical and special training, studying different types of combat, and especially their actions under extreme conditions. There was a great deal of attention paid to the improvement of their medical skills, medical assistance skills. For example, the use of individual assistance kit and the transportation of a wounded person wounded for training purposes, the mock, so to say, a case of a wound, how that the person that suffered that could be transported to the safe area, and what types and kinds of medical assistance could be provided and how. During last week, the working group of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, headed by the Chief of the General Staff of Ukraine and Commander-in-Chief of Ukrainian Armed Forces, Four-Star General Viktor Muzhenko, have been working in a number of centers of sergeants and non-commissioned officers training centers. The training were focused on the improvement of their tactical skills, and the working group has studied the means of material means that are available for these training, the staffing of these training centers, and how the leadership courses are organized, and how the instructors and tactical leaders are trained. The Ukrainian instructors who have undergone the training courses on NATO standards are conducting these training courses in those training centers. The Ukrainian General Staff envisages that by the end of 2018, foreign non-commissioned rank advisors will be helping Ukrainian instructors in their training in these training centers for non-commissioned officers. The system of the training joins in itself, or combines, the standards of NATO with the counter-terrorist operation experience. At the time, this is all information I wanted to share with you. Thank you for your attention.